Hello guys, let's begin today's class by answering some chemistry past questions and answer. Specifically the year I will not reveal, but we are going to answer them one after the other. Please pay attention and follow me strictly. Now the first question here says the formula of dinitrogen tetrafluoride is. The formula of dinitrogen tetrafluoride is, you have option A, N4F2, option B, N2F3, option C, N2F4, and option D, NF4. Now, if you look at the option very well, dinitrogen, it means how many molecules, how many atoms of nitrogen there? 2 atoms of nitrogen. Then tetrafluoride. When you hear of the word tetra, what comes to your mind? 4. Are we getting it now? So the correct answer to that question is option C, N2F4, dinitrogen tetrafluoride. Nitrogen is N, 2 means what? Di. Are we getting it? Di. Dinitrogen. Then we have fluorine, tetrafluoride. Tetra means what? 4. Are we getting it? So the correct answer to that question is option C, which is N2F4. We have the next question that says that the name of the compound F, this is the compound given to you, ion, then you have subscript 2, then SO4, then subscript 3. I'm trying as much as possible not to pronounce it. Now, what is the name of this compound? Now, if you are given any compound like this, the first thing you do is to pronounce or to call the name of the metal present there, or the transition metal present. Now, what is the transition metal present there? Is what? Ion. Are we getting it? The transition metal. So you name the ion first, and then you name the oxidation states of the ion. So you name the ion, which is Fe. So you say this is ion. Now, what is the oxidation state of this ion? What is the oxidation state of the ion? Now, the oxidation state can be gotten in most cases by cross multiplying. That means taking what is here up and then taking what is here this way. Are we getting it? So if we cross multiply, what are we going to have? The 2 will be here and ion will carry 3. So we'll be having something like this. Fe, this 3 comes up, it becomes 3 plus, and then the other one will be what? SO4. This 2 comes up, it becomes 2 minus. Reason being that when bond is formed, what usually happens is that these 2 does what? They exchange ions in such a way that this one give its ion to ion, and then ion give its ion to sulfate. So whenever you want to break it down to determine the oxidation states of the ion, what you need to do is to reverse the process in such a way that the ion takes back is what? Is ion, and then the sulfate takes back what? Its ion. So what are we having here? Ion 3, isn't it? Ion 3, not these 2 here. Are we getting it? Please make sure whenever you have A, 2, B, 3, if you split this according to principle, if you split this will give you A. This one comes to meet this, while this comes to meet this. So this becomes A3 plus B2 minus. So this becomes ion what? 3, because the oxidation state of ion here is 3. So we have ion, usually written in Roman numeral, ion 3. Then what do we have here? Now, why naming anions? You name them with what? Oxyanions. Please take note. Why naming oxyanions? Now, what are oxyanions? Oxyanions are those anions that contains what? Oxygen, whereby oxygen is bonded to any other compound. You name them what? 8. You name them 8. Are we getting it? It ends with what? 8. Then you now call the compound that the oxygen is bonded with. The compound that oxygen is bonded with is what? Sulfur. So this becomes sulfate. Now, if oxygen is bonded with carbon here, it becomes carbonate. If oxygen is bonded with nitrogen here, it becomes what? Nitrate. So the name of this compound is what? Iron trisulfate. So that is the correct answer to that question, and that is option C. We have the next question that says the percentage by mass of iron in the mineral hematite Fe2O3 is the percentage by mass of iron in the mineral hematite. The mineral has the molecular formula of Fe2O3. Now, you will ask the percentage by mass of iron in the mineral hematite. Now, to calculate the percentage by mass, you use the formula. The mass of elements, let's use E, all over the mass of compound, all over the mass of compound times 100 times 100%. The percentage by mass is equal to the mass of the element over the mass of the compound times 100%. So to calculate the percentage by mass of hematites, what we do is calculate the mass of iron in this compound and then calculate the mass of the entire compound. Now, in most cases, when you look at the upper right hand side of your question paper that will be given to you, or if you are writing CBT, it will be handed over to you. You see the relative atomic masses of all the elements given to you. Now, if you look at it, that of iron is 56. So you come here and put the atomic masses of the elements in total. Now, the atomic mass is, or the molecular mass rather, is the addition of the atomic masses of all the elements, or of the relative atomic mass. The molecular mass is the addition of all the relative atomic masses of the elements that are present in the compound. So in this case, what you do is to add all the relative atomic masses. Adding all, what are we going to have? That of iron is 56. How many atoms of ions are there? 2. So we have 2 plus that of oxygen is what? Is 16. How many oxygens are we having here? We are having 3 oxygens. So you include the 3 oxygens there. So what are we going to have? You're going to have 16 times 3. Now, adding everything together, you have 56 times 2 is 112 plus 16 times 3 is what? Is 48. Add everything here together. Here and here will give us 160 gram per mole. So the atomic mass, or the relative molecular mass of iron is 160, of hematites is 160 gram per mole. Now that of iron is what? How many atoms of iron do we have there? 2. So to calculate the percentage by mass, what we are going to say, we say percentage mass is equal to the mass of the elements. The mass of iron in this compound, how many is what? 56. How many atoms? Please note, you must include the number of atoms of ions present there, because the number of atoms will tell you the percentage that the atom has occupied in the entire element. Are we getting it now? So times 2 atoms of iron all over. The mass of the compound is 160. This is gram per mole and gram per mole. So this is times 100%. What are you going to do now? 56 times this will give us 112 over 160 times 100%. And when you calculate this will give us 70%. So the correct answer to this question is 17%, which is option B. Option B is the correct answer to this question.